Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will put total leather and we'll get started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. It's on target and complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense, we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about confidence.
Touchdown, LSU! And they break the seal on the scoring. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. An 84-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. A first down for the offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. At the 35, he's loose. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense, sir. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. At the 30. 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, LSU. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Trying to get to him. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Makes his connection, and they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll be brought down.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass is intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He'll take it himself. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. On 4th down, they're series, and they turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play.
That's the end of the first quarter. LSU 14, Florida 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Got the quick pass. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. On the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's such a difficult thing to ask your quarterback, to run the RPO, stick it in the belly, the running back, turn, throw it really quickly. And you could tell, maybe rushed it a little bit too much, and that was the reason there was an inaccurate throw.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The option look. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He makes a catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to...
Hit the afterburners, kid. The 20. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
From the gun on third down. It's caught downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a first down at the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalties. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. Not much of a decision to make there, so the defense will move them back. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Leaves it with the running back. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's his 4th interception of the night. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's right on target. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. LSU right back to the line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, LSU.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick 6.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Using the quick game. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Florida!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Now adjusting. Fires downfield. He's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, LSU.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off-play action on first down. Gonna let it fly. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
The give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
To the ground with the back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and feed. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add... with that trip to the house. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Finds us back in the middle. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. He makes the connection. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Gators are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Army is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Blanchard and Davis and Dawkins among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 2 to Wake Forest. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. LSU quick to the line. Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Turns it on at midfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Unloads it left. Pulls it in. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU 35, Florida 14.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information.
And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
14.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. The offense set for a 1st down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
The end of the 3rd quarter with the score LSU 42, Florida 14.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
14.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here.
Ball in the air. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll run the option. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a split backfield. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He needs to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
third and long coming up here. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires left. The completion well past the sticks. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got room to work. Can anyone catch him? And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, David. They were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.